Listen, if y'all don't know who this is, let me take a second to introduce this guy that I got with me today. He's an author, he's a businessman, he's a promoter. He's the CEO of Celebrity Boxing, Philadelphia area native for sure. But he's got some new stuff going on, and I'm excited to talk about that. But Damon, man, thank you for joining me today.
Oh man, great to have. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So, Damon, we asking everybody because this is the Philly special. First question, really quick, for all our Philadelphia fans out there, just people interested. What do you rep as far as Philly area? Where you from?
I'm from the suburbs of Philly, but I trained when I was fighting in North Philadelphia, Champs Gym.
There you go. There you go. For anybody who is unclear, let's get right into it, Damon.
Yes,
Celebrity
sir.
boxing is not new. It's been around a long time,
Yeah,
decades. You've asserted yourself in that position as the man who makes that stuff happen. And the industry is growing and you're growing right along with it. So you have a new venture in XRUMBLE. And
yep,
I want to give you the floor to go ahead and let the fans know what XRUMBLE is about, what they should be aware of, and what they need to look out for.
absolutely, man. It's a new sanctioned league coming out. This could be, giving pro fighters, up and comers, their chance at getting in the spotlight. We're doing different fight rounds. 5 rounds are our world title fights. Shane Mosley, Hank Lundy, and Kimbo Slice Jr. hold our titles now. And 3 round matches. We're going to be talking to the athletic commission. It's either going to be 2 or 1 minute rounds. Right now it's one. And we get more action. We're doing knockout of the night, fight of the night, fighter of the night to give incentives to fighters to really fight hard, give them their opportunity. And what our company is all about, we're powered by Celebrity Boxing, which we build up to a massive name. We want to give the fighters the opportunity, give them their chance in the spotlight, man. You know what I mean? I'm a former undefeated fighter, so I understand. You know what I mean? Being in the shadows of everyone, trying to get there. I love Philadelphia and all these Philly fighters. I mean, North Philly. If it wasn't for North Philly, Champ Jim, guys like Fred Jenkins, guys you probably not heard of like Fred Jenkins. All the good trainers out there, man, like Alpha Nell, Bowie Fisher, all the fighters, man, Terrence Rain. There's so many guys, man. It just helped raise me, help me be who I am today.
Yeah, no, for sure. Look, like I said, for anybody who's unaware, Damon didn't just start this. Damon, correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say your first fight was 96, 95. Before
Yeah,
that?
it was back no back in nineties. I was obviously really young when I turned pro, and I just basically I went 9-0, Blue Horizon. I fought there 8 times, the Civic Center once. It was a great experience, man.
Yeah, yeah. And again, celebrity boxing, you've grown that brand is synonymous with Damon Feldman. When you see some of this other stuff happening and you see celebrity boxing happen now in other forms and formats across the world, what do you think about it, man?
No, I mean it's given up. Everybody has an opportunity, idea, but the thing is, there's strategies, man. It's not easy to put these things on. You have to know how to do it and make sure everybody's safe and do it properly. And you want to give the fans what they want. I learned 20 years doing this, man. From I did it with Dick Clark Productions, Fox 20 years ago to recently put on Shane Mosley, Roy Jones's matches, guys like that, man. I had some legends fight on this card, and I learned basically the hard way. You know what I mean? And I love giving guys their opportunity. And we also have like Hank Lundy, man, who's our world champion now. He's a legitimate fighter. We're giving these guys the opportunity to become a champion again, or a champion for the first time. Get them in the spotlight, be part of the press conferences. That's what boxing's all about, man. Boxing's entertainment, and that's if you had told me 20 years ago, celebrity boxing type fights were going to take it over, it was a dream. But now it's the truth, man. Nobody wants to see 12-round fights anymore. They want to see shorter fights, shorter rounds, and guys battle it out.
Nah, no doubt. I was at the last fight in Harris Casino. Like you said, we had Shea Mosley on the card. We had Hank Lundy there. We had Dame Dash hosting. So you
Yep.
definitely know how to put on an event. It was exciting. I think all the fans that were there had a great time. And we can't wait to see more. So I gotta ask. I'm sure your phone is buzzing all the time and people, yeah, I want to fight on this. But what celebrities can we expect, or what notables or what fighters, and anybody that you in talks with to potentially come on that you could share with us
Yeah, I
that we
mean,
should be on the
I
lookout
I mean,
for?
hey, my Rolodex is who's who. It all takes the money to get them on board. But our next fight we're scheduled right now, we're December 14th. We're gonna do like a little tryout event, probably back at Harris. So we're looking, for some people that want to sign up. We give everybody opportunity, and they just have to follow our rules. But then February 8th, we're back in the Bahamas. Kimbo Slice is defending his title there down in the Bahamas. This is his dad's. It's a tribute fight for his dad. His dad died a few years ago, and it was a legend in the bare knuckle thing. So he's Bahamian, and we're doing a big thing in the Bahamas. And also, the guy from Real Housewives, Joe Giudice, one of the big stars on there.
Joe
He's
Judice.
he's boxing. He's taking on Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband.
I was thinking, I was like, hold on. Where, how you got Joe Judice in the
Yeah.
Bahamas? Damon, you're a clever man, Damon.
Well, he's not allowed in the U.S. yet, but we're working on getting him back. Giudice is cool though. He has the whole Real Housewives
Facts.
community, and I get into things. I don't just put things together anymore. It's very strategy, man. You got to do it and give the former champions their opportunity to shine again. I've worked with Riddick Bowes, James Buster Douglas, all these type guys have been part of the platform, hosting Aaron Superman Davis, Michael Nunn, and a lot of former champions. We're looking, what I mean, like a lot of these up and coming fighters from Philly, they can become champion, then you never hear from them again. You want to make sure they keep their name in the spotlight and different business opportunities and just staying in the fight game. Because the new athletic commissioner for Pennsylvania, the guy is phenomenal, man. He's bringing big fights here. Ed Kunkel. The other guy was just a mess, man. And I got to expose some of these guys, man. They don't know the sport, man. They don't know what it's like to get really punched in the face and know how you're going after your dream in boxing to fight and train every day. But yet you're saying the guy can't fight this guy after they train for 8 weeks or 9 weeks and they're dedicated. It's just terrible. But Ed Kunkel is doing a phenomenal job. He's bringing big fights. Boots is fighting here again November 9th. He got bare knuckle fighting championships. My brother's company is going to be here at the Wells Fargo Center in January 25th. And some great things are coming, man.
Yeah, I'm happy you touched on that because, sometimes as fans, when we think about like the holdups in boxing, we just look at the promotional companies, right? And unfortunately, we lay the blame there sometimes, like, oh, this fight didn't happen because this promotional company wasn't, trying to make it happen. But it goes beyond that. There are local commissions in every
Yeah.
state that run these things, and sometimes they can become an impediment. And it's important as boxing fans to understand that, unfortunately, we don't have one regulated commission. We have 50 of them or whatever,
Yeah, something has to be done. I think it'd be a lot better for boxing. I mean, boxing, look, you got some great promoters, Rodney Rice, Teflon Promotions. Who else? You got Danny Garcia doing the Taylor Garcia. That's really good for, Garcia bringing that out. And there's a lot of other, promoters here in the Philadelphia area really pushing hard. You got Derek Gramling coming out with Savage Lace Promotions in Rochester, New York. And I do different things with some of these promoters, you know what I mean? Like just to help push them, you know what I mean? Because these guys are doing a great job, man. Rodney Rice sells those places out. Teflon Promotions did a phenomenal event at it was at the Leah Court Center. He's doing another one. This is what's keeping boxing alive. But you also have a great athletic commissioner that's really pushing this because he wants to see the promoters and fighters do well, and that's very important. Not just worrying about what politics wants to do. It's not about the politics. It's about the fighters. These guys going after their goals and dreams.
Now, you hit the nail on the head with that. So with that, let me transition and ask you a question that I'm sure the fans would love your response on.
Sure.
You don't just come from, or excuse me, you don't just run celebrity boxing and that's all. You come from a family of
Yeah.
businessmen, right? Your
Yeah.
brother owns or is involved definitely as an owner in BKFC.
Yeah.
And I gotta ask, because he's got a very notable person on the
Yeah.
board there now, Conor McGregor.
Yep.
Can you offer any insight? Do you think we'll ever see Conor McGregor in a BKFC fight, Damon? What do you know? What can you
I don't
tell
know,
us?
man. We might do XRUMBLE. Maybe Shane Mosley will fight Conor McGregor, man. We were in talks with that, but I don't know, man. I mean, my brother has a plan, and him and Conor are doing great. I mean, they're selling 10,000 seats every arenas now. You know what I mean? So, um, having him as an additional added attraction is really definitely great for the business. I think bare knuckles good. It opens the doors, but look at Philadelphia smoking, man. Like you got Boots coming back and fighting at the Wells Fargo. You got bare knuckle coming. This is really opening doors for fights and fight promoters and the sport of boxing because some of these people, you see people, and look, I love the Eagles and all that stuff, but the bottom line is not one of the Eagles from Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Like people are going out to pay to watch the Eagles, but you're not supporting up and coming fighters and stars. And you got Steph Fulton here, former world, multi-division champion, or two division. I forget what he was, like IBF.
Yeah, he had multiple belts
Yeah, I
at
mean,
his
great
division,
that dude,
122.
man. Listen, I met him 8 years ago when I wasn't driving because something happened with my car. And he Ubered me somewhere, and then it was great. Next time I saw him, I was in Atlantic City. I was like, "Damn, congrats, man! Guy's a world champion, man." It's just, and that's a feeling like that felt like when I saw him. I was like, "Man, the cold feel went through my body." I was like, "Man, this is awesome, man!" Like that dude dedicated himself. And the Philly fighters, if you go in these gyms in North Philly, Champs Gym, and you see all these guys. Well, not Champs isn't around anymore, but you got like a lot of different gyms. I don't even know all the gyms now, Harrogate's or what's around, Front Street Gym. But there's fight gyms here and Boots' gym, and you got like his dad.
Yeah, Dungeon.
Um, yeah, his dad is a legend, man. That guy's my man. He's
Bozy.
yeah, Bozy is one of those guys, been around, tells the how it is, straight guy, and he had his whole fighting family, Farouk, and he had Derek, and they had all the whole family. It's awesome to see, man. Boxing years ago, like when we were kids, and like before that, I heard they used to do like 10, 20,000 people at the arenas. Like it's crazy that this, you know, it just changed, and hopefully it can come back.
No, no doubt. It's exactly what we want to see. And just like I said, it's tough sometimes because of the business, but I think as boxing fans, we got to make sure we're paying attention too, and we on top of our job, and we
Yeah.
following the celebrity boxings and or whatever promos you into, and aware of the fighters that are around the world. There's a lot.
Well,
Let me
look at
ask you
you.
one.
Look at you, man. You're a guy that's incredible for this sport, man. You're out. It's funny, like I met you the one time. All of a sudden, now all I do is see you. All I hear about you all the time now. It's like, and you're out there really giving guys shots, man. It's really important. Is that Nipsey Hustle up there?
Yeah, that's this one is a Muhammad Barak piece right here,
Oh,
Mubarak rather. And then this one is a dope piece I got online. But yeah, that's Nipsey and Kobe right there. So
it's unbelievable because Nipsey, I gave him the celebrity boxing honorary belt to his brother. I forget his name. A few years
Black
ago,
Sam.
yeah, in LA, man. It was at my LA press conference. I always loved Nipsey, man. It's a shame, man. That's an awesome picture.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
big Nip fan. I think you and I both stand for, or agree with a lot of what Nip was about, which is hustle, right?
Oh,
Put that grind
100%,
on.
man. That dude was, it made it, he just didn't quit till he made it happen.
Yep. And we both on that, Damon. So I appreciate that
Yeah.
recognition. Definitely trying to stay busy and keep the fight fans entertained right now. So
100%,
coming
dude.
from you.
Listen, you're like the new, like you've been around, but you're the new face. Like you're the new guy. It's gonna really change this game a little, man. It's awesome to see, man. It really is. Plus, giving people shots on Fight Hype, because I remember I used to uh, try to lock down Fight Hype all the time. Then I finally did with Roy Jones taking on this internet star, and Fight Hype's huge, man. This is great.
Definitely huge. Biggest platform in boxing on the internet, at least
Yeah.
as far as content coverage. Yeah, it's us. Thank you, Damon. For real. Appreciate those words coming from
Yeah,
you. It mean a lot,
absolutely,
bro.
man. You deserve it. Yep.
Thank you, my guy. Damon, let me ask you this, man. From the business side of things and the way, with your insider knowledge and perspective and experience, do you think Conor McGregor versus Terrence Bud Crawford, which was a rumored thing, they were talking about doing a crossover fight. So, one boxing fight, one MMA fight, 100 million apiece. Do you think that money's real? Do you think they could have really made 100 million apiece
Hey,
each
man.
fight?
Hey, over in Dubai, you know what they're doing now, man. They'll pay for that. I mean, that's not even a look. I respect my brother, and Connor can fight a little bit. You're talking Crawford, man. That'd be a bad mistake.
Yeah. It'd be
I
in the
want to see.
boxing side. Oof. But how about in the MMA side? Does Bud stand a chance?
Nah, no, no. So it's where they could do the best of three. How about we do the best of three? They do boxing, MMA, and they can settle it either in bare knuckle or XRUMBLE.
Ooh. See, that's why you're the promoter. You
We
got
can
the
raise.
ideas.
Listen, and here's the thing: we get two guys like that. I can definitely raise millions for that. It's all about getting the
Oh,
right names, man.
yeah, those are two of the right names. Those are two of the right names. All right, let me take you here real quick because we got one more guest coming on, y'all. So if y'all in the chat, just rock with us. We definitely appreciate my man Damon Feldman up in here
Thank
with
you.
us. No, thank you, XRUMBLE, Celebrity Boxing. I'm just staring at the chat. If y'all got any questions, get them in there before Damon gets out of here. We want to make sure we get any questions out that y'all want. But Damon, while I still have you here, question for you. What's the biggest fight you'd want to make? And what's the biggest fight that you were negotiating that didn't get to happen?
um, like I, did like stuff like Meek Mill was going to fight academics, things like that. I mean,
Ooh, talk
they
about
were,
it.
but they were okay. I don't think like the biggest fights. Like I tried to make Mark Wahlberg versus Will Smith because after they came out with the movies, we're like, if they're both trained, they'll be awesome. But obviously, look, they're not thinking that, but the world will love it. You know what I mean? I've offered Lindsay Lohan to fight Paris Hilton to I did crazy shit, man. I don't know, all kinds of wild fights. You know what I mean?
What's the one that you got the closest to the finish line, but it just didn't happen, but it would have been a big one?
Well, I did something really interesting. It was Marvin Hagler Jr. was going to fight Sugar Ray Leonard Jr. on the 30-year anniversary of their father's fight. I sort of hit a brick wall in my life. Hit some depression, and the brick wall flat on my face and got up. But yeah, I just want everyone to know, man, you just go after your goals and dreams. And it doesn't matter how hard it is because it's going to be hard. There's nothing happening overnight, no matter what. I mean, it took me 22 years to actually get to say, I think I made it a little, you know what I mean? So just got to keep fighting, man.
Yeah, the hustle don't stop. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Yep.
That's for sure. Before we get our next guest on here, I gotta ask you how deep or how far did you get into the Meek Mill academics thing? Like, was it
Um,
ever realistic?
well, on the academics thing, it was, like Meek, I guess, he's tight with the Rubens and all those guys. They got the money. He got money himself. But if they understood how it would really, if there was an opportunity to really see how this could change the world if two of these big names fight, I think they would do it, man. There's a strategy here. I'm gonna put two major names together soon. I say within the year.
Man, I'd love to see it because you just think, and I would have loved to see that celebrity boxing. You think about it,
Yeah,
Meek Mill, opinion, it's his music, you got your own perceptions, but definitely argued as one of the better rappers of his generation, right? You can't
sure.
doubt that or deny that. And Academics currently is number one streamer in the world. I mean, he just
Yeah,
got voted by Complex or whatever it was. Um, I think those two fighting could have brought in audiences that we couldn't even think about. And
right,
what
right.
kind of revenue could have generated? Man, stay on it. Stay on it, Damon. We need that
Yeah,
fight.
I'm
They
gonna
got
do it.
static.
We're gonna do it, man. I'm gonna bring it to Philly too because this is where I live, and I'm gonna do something huge in Philly. Like the Shane Mosley fight was good. I've done Bernard Hopkins. I've done a lot of guys over the years, and Larry Holmes. I have fought in exhibitions, things part of celebrity boxing. I'm gonna do two big names in Philly. I'm gonna get it. Maybe Kevin Hart will fight Meek Mill.
Ooh, that'd be a good one.
Battle
That'd
of
be
Philadelphia, man.
a nah, no doubt. Damon, before I get you out of here, any where they can follow you, anything they should know. And by the way, who knows, man? I know you said you're gonna bring me to Philly. We're gonna talk because I might want to go to the Bahamas in February. That one sounds
That's right.
good.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I forgot, man. You're not in Philly, yeah, but
I'm everywhere. I'm wherever the fight is.
yeah, you're like Simon One Punch Car. He says he's everywhere.
Shout out to One Punch. That's my
Yeah, he's
guy.
the best, that guy, man. And just
Yeah.
shout out to everybody part of Celebrity Boxing. XRUMBLE fought their ass off last time, and we have great things coming up. XRUMBLE, man. December 14th, February 8th. A lot coming on XRUMBLE.com.
All right, question for you. You ain't promoting the fight yet. You don't got the business. This one just slipped through my mind, and I saw a fan comment in there. I want to address. Did you see Meek Mill do sparring?
Not sparring, he hit the pads.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. I misspoke. You saw that video of him doing the pad work.
Yeah, he sort of had hands a little.
Okay, so you saw that video. We ain't seen nothing with academics yet, but if you had to make a pick, academics, Meek Mill, who you got winning that fight?
I shouldn't say, but I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think Academics would have knocked him out.
Woo!
I hate to say, I'll be honest with you. I just Meek
Clip
Mill,
it, Ben. Clip it, Ben. Clip
Meek
it.
Meek has hands a little, but listen, man, it looks like his jaw was there. I see Academic throwing some wild overhand punch and knocking him out. I hate it's the truth. It's real, man.
No, they need to get in the ring and scrap it
Yeah,
out. Why not? They
yeah.
they will make a bag for sure. And I hope you
Right,
the
right.
man to put it on. Damon,
Ben
you the
Thompson,
man,
what's up,
bro.
bro?
Thank you so much for your time today. I think I got my man Johnny Rock and his son Johnny Rivera. Feel free to come on, guys. You can come on camera. But I appreciate everything, Damon. We're gonna talk soon for sure.
Thanks a lot, man. Keep it up, Kevin.
Yup. Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. Thank you, Damon. We out. X Rumble. Check it out, y'all.